The headlines are Oracle has laid off 30,000 employees because of AI and their debt of about $130 billion. But I believe the story can be different and the layoffs larger. I have written about it earlier and discussed it with friends for a couple of years, that Oracle can actually live with less than 100,000 employees, which means a potential layoff of 55 to 60,000 people. Everyone is talking about Oracle's layoffs like it is a crisis, like Oracle is struggling, like AI is destroying jobs. All true. But what if the real story is much simpler and much older than any of that? What if Oracle, like most giant enterprise software companies, has just been overstaffed for years and the structural math finally caught up with them? That's the argument I want to make today, and I think it's going to change how you think about big tech layoffs entirely. See, before 30th March, Oracle employed roughly 160,000 people globally. News reports, as you all have seen, suggest they have cut somewhere between 20 and 30,000 of them. That is the mainstream take, that AI is replacing workers. Of course, Oracle needs money to fund its AI data center dreams, but that's not the only reason for the reduction in force. Here's what most coverage is missing: a fundamental shift in the structural economics of enterprise software has made a huge portion of Oracle's workforce structurally unnecessary. And AI accounts for less than 15% of that story today. This isn't about robots taking jobs. This is about how enterprise software actually works and why the old workforce model was never built to last. Also, while this story is about Oracle, it is equally true of most enterprise software companies. In this video, I will discuss the Oracle overstaffing story, but you can apply it to any other enterprise software company. Let us start with sales. Enterprise software vendors like Oracle traditionally assign small territories to field sales reps. The idea is to maximize customer engagement. But in a mature business like Oracle's, this is a legacy inefficiency dressed up as strategy. Here is the reality. Most Oracle customers have been running Oracle databases and ERP systems for decades. These systems are so deeply embedded in how a business operates that switching away from them is, and this is the perfect analogy actually, is like open heart surgery. You don't do it unless you absolutely have to. So what does that mean for the salesperson? It means the renewal happens because it has to happen. The purchase happens because it has to happen, not because of the relationship. The sales rep isn't winning new customers. They are just processing the inevitable. For the past decade, the Oracle salesperson is an order taker. One experienced salesperson could realistically manage 3 to 4 times the number of accounts they currently handle. A 50% reduction in field sales would likely have zero impact on revenue continuity. So let us look at another one, which is the support renewals. Tech support renewals, or the annual support annuity that Oracle sells to its existing customers, and this is their biggest amount of money that comes to Oracle. This is treated as a high-level sales function. It is not. It is an administrative necessity. If your company runs critical business processes on Oracle, payroll, supply chain, financials, you cannot discontinue support. You just can't, which means the renewal process is essentially billing and contract processing and the occasional dispute resolution call. Oracle reportedly has around 10,000 people in this function. A 75% reduction handled by a centralized inside sales team is entirely feasible, with no meaningful impact on the customer or on Oracle's revenues. We'll now move on to another department. This is about the partner ecosystem. Here's one most people outside the industry don't think about. about Oracle's channel, alliances, and partner relationship teams. Oracle maintains massive internal teams to manage relationships with consulting and reselling partners, partners like TCS, Infosys, Accenture, Deloitte, various other big system integrators, and others. The assumption is that without Oracle's internal relationship managers, those partnerships would fall apart. But think about it from the partner side. Accenture has an Oracle practice because their clients demand Oracle expertise, not because an Oracle channel manager is calling them every week or having lunch with them every month. The partner's profit motive comes from the market, not from Oracle's internal coordination. A 60% reduction in that team would not slow down partner activity at all. The market drives it. Oracle's internal managers are largely redundant coordinators. Let's move on to one more department, which is the shadow workforce, as I call it. This is one more piece: corporate overheads, HR, finance, legal, marketing. These functions don't exist in a vacuum. Their size is a shadow of the complexity of the teams they support. If you have a bloated sales org and a sprawling partner management function, you need armies of internal support staff to manage all of that complexity. But if you simplify the front office, fewer sales territories, centralized support, leaner partner teams, the administrative overhead that exists to support that complexity naturally shrinks with it. A 50% reduction in corporate and general functions isn't a slash and burn move. It is the logical downstream consequence of a leaner, flatter structure above it. Now let us look at the one place where AI actually matters. And this is important. This is one area where AI genuinely does play a significant role, and that is in engineering and software development. Oracle's core products, that is the database, the ERP platforms, they are mature. They are in maintenance and incremental innovation phases. They are not being rebuilt from scratch. They are being patched, updated, and extended. And for that kind of work, code generation, testing, debugging on well understood legacy systems, modern AI tools are genuinely excellent. An engineering team using AI well can do the same maintenance work with roughly 15% fewer people without losing any development velocity. But then notice it, I'm just saying 15%, not 50%, not 80%. The AI story in this analysis which I am doing is real, but it is still relatively small. I am not yet attributing a large number of layoffs because of AI. Because the bigger inefficiencies are all human and structural, and they have existed for years. So let us look at the lean Oracle model. When you run the math across all these functions, field sales, support renewals, partner management, engineering, and corporate overheads, the conclusion is striking. Oracle could operate with roughly 55,000 fewer people than it has today, with almost no disruption to its top line. Not because of AI, not because of a cash crunch, but because the traditional enterprise software workforce model was built for a world where customers could leave, and Oracle's customers largely cannot leave them. The switching costs are so high, the installed base so entrenched, that the entire commercial machinery built to retain customers is, to a significant degree, defending a moat that defends itself. And the bottom line will increase dramatically once you have lesser people. The return on capital will increase. The shareholders will also be in a happier state of mind. And as I said in the initial, this isn't just an Oracle story. Microsoft, Google, AWS, SAP, IBM, every large enterprise software and cloud company is carrying a version of this structural weight. The question isn't whether these companies can restructure. The math says they clearly can. The question is how long any of them can afford to keep running a labor-intensive model in a business that is fundamentally shifting towards capital-intensive cloud infrastructure, where revenue scales with compute, not with headcount. Oracle is just the first one where the math is becoming undeniable publicly. Maybe they are being forced to lay off employees urgently because of the debt on their books. But if they were smart, they would anyways have done this in the very near future. Oracle's cuts may look like a crisis from the outside, but the deeper argument is that they are a structural correction that was always coming. Whether you are an investor, someone in the industry, or someone watching their own company making similar moves, understanding this story matters a lot more than just the AI headline.